Hello, you guys. What's up?
Hi, Bruno. How are you?
Doing good, PJ. What's up? How are you today?
I'm good. What's going on?
Busy.
Hi, everyone.
Multitasking.
Yeah.
We'll be starting in just a second, guys. Just a second.
Evening, guys. What's up?
Hey, CJ.
Brew, good to hear you. Oh, we've got 52 people in here already. That's amazing. Love it.
Yeah, there's 173 online. Hi, Chano.
Yo in the house. Harmeet in the
Hello.
house.
Ah.
Yo.
We're here.
I didn't realize you didn't have my
We're
sound on. Sounds on. This is it.
Hello, everyone.
This is
hello,
it.
hello. How's everyone doing? All right. So I think we'll give an extra sort of 15, 20 seconds for people to join because I can see it's going mad on my screen right now, like constant notifications of people joining. So we'll give everyone sort of another sort of 15, 20 seconds.
Yeah, if you do, Harmeet, if you just pin the message, then it will reach to the. It will just pop up as the notification to users. Just pin that. Oh, also make sure you guys are recording.
Oh yeah, don't worry, we've got that covered. We've got all of that recovered. Right. Okay. We will make a start. Before we make a start, guys, I just want to say any questions that you have, please put it in the chat. Okay, the team will filter through. And at the end of us doing whatever announcements we're going to do in this, Brew and CJ will be picking up the questions and they'll be passing some of your questions on to us today. Okay. If you can, please try and keep all questions for today related to, pre-sale, whitelist, token distribution, that kind of thing. We will be doing another AMA very soon, where we can provide you a bit more information, before launch regarding anything else you may have questions about regarding the project, regarding the contract or anything like that. But for today, please try and keep all sort of questions relevant to what we're discussing here today. So,
be nice to us.
Yes, be nice to us, please. It's our first AMA. As you can see, there's the integrity mug from Jono. As you can see, we're not catfishes. Okay, we had a couple of comments, or at least one, saying your pictures look like you're catfishes and that you look like an Indian dev. So as you can see, our pictures are really us. Okay,
and I'm not Indian. Hey,
you're not Indian. All right. I was born in the UK, but heritage from India. But yes, you can see we're real. The pictures that we have on our website are real. Okay,
mate, you've got like the most English accent ever. Even my stepson he said he's not Indian, is he? It's like, well, no, he's got Indian heritage, but he's from England. He's had to.
So, guys, first of all, just want to welcome you all. I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you. You've made this, relatively short journey so far. Amazing. You know, the group's is grown like mad. It's been insane. You know, the growth that we had over the weekend from sort of 90 members on Friday to we had 500 by Sunday night, and we are now on 559 members, and all organic with no money towards marketing at all spent by the project. I mean, it's only because of you guys as a community and because of our amazing mod team that we have working alongside us that we've actually managed to do this. So huge shout out to all of you for, you know, supporting the project, for being here, for asking questions. We'll always be here to answer your questions. You've seen me and Jono pop up in the chat, Bruce, CJ, all the mods are there quite regularly. And we'll always do our best to answer your questions.
Regarding
Regarding
a smashing job so far. You know, thanks to all the mods and the admins. You're doing a great job. All the helpers, we really do appreciate it. We didn't expect it to be this like amazing. So, yeah.
So so what are we here for, right? What are we doing today? Why this AMA? Well, we've had plenty of messages, you know, DMs to myself, DMs to Jono, DMs to all the team saying, when pre-sale? How do I get a whitelist? How many people are there on the whitelist? I missed this opportunity. Will I get another? So today we thought we'd take the time to talk you through the token distribution. First of all, you may have noticed that you know, it's not quite there on the website or the white paper. You know, there has been some changes on that burn value stated on the white paper because we have decided to open more spaces up, which meant the whole sort of tokenomics and the whole sort of token distribution had to change. So that's all now been set. Now we've got all the spaces set how we want it. So we're going to talk you through the token distribution, and then we're going to talk you through sort of how much you get in each stage, and then all the kind of competitions we have coming up and dates regarding that, so everyone can, you know, get themselves ready. If there's a particular contest they think that, you know, that suits them better, they can start getting themselves ready for it before it starts and everything's quite clear. So I'll start off with the distribution. You're going to see me looking up a little bit. I am using my phone to do this AMA, and I have got the notes behind it just so I don't miss out anything important to you guys.
My notes are here, so I'll be doing this.
You will see me occasionally glancing up just because I make sure I don't miss anything. Right, so distribution. We have a supply of 1 quadrillion, okay? The private sale is going to be 100 BNB collected at 700 billion tokens per BNB. So that's 70 trillion, which is 7% of the total supply. The public sale will be 500 BNB, sorry, correction. 600 BNB at 500 billion per BNB. So 500 bill per BNB, 600 BNB. Okay, and that will be 300 trillion, which is 30% of the total supply. The team wallet and the development wallet will be 65 trillion, which is 6.5% of the total supply. Total is 435.1 trillion. The 0.1 trillion is because we have given 100 billion tokens to our website developer to develop the website and to maintain the website. So there's been that extra 100 billion that's been put there, which is why you can see that in the total. In the liquidity pool, there will be 240 trillion tokens, which accounts to 24% of the total supply. So the total circulating supply will be 675 trillion, 100 billion. And the burn will be 125 trillion, which is 12.5%. And left for exchange is 199 trillion, 900 billion, which is just under 20%. Now, let me explain that, okay, what that means, because that might be a little bit confusing to some people. The reason why we left this for exchanges is because we've noted from other projects where they get to a stage where they want to go on certain exchanges, and as a result, they've either had to, they've had to, for example, split the team wallet, or to find those tokens to be able to go on that exchange in the future. And that's resulted in issues for the project at times as well. And we want to forward plan for every eventuality. So we've kept 199.9 trillion tokens now. The wallet it will be kept in will be blacklisted from reflections. So count it as burnt. Count the supply as burnt, okay? It is just there as a backup in case we ever need it. If we decide, can someone mute? There you go. Okay, mute them. Yeah. So if we decide in the future that we don't want to list on an exchange for whatever reason, okay, that tokens in that supply there that's left for exchanges will just be burnt. So consider it out of circulating supply for now. We're not going to suddenly add it to the liquidity pool in Pancake Swap and do anything like that. If we don't go on an exchange, it is completely burnt. If we do go on exchange, we are ready with the tokens on the side to be able to provide that liquidity without messing around with any of the circulating supply in the decentralized exchanges or the team wallets or messing around in anywhere there. So that's all there. So the reason for the lower burn that we compared to what we stated on the white paper, firstly, was that when we we'd already allocated the private sale before all of you guys had joined, because we needed to get those investors in that we could secure to help us build the project and make the project from the start. We weren't expecting the growth that we had so quickly. But when everyone joined, everyone really wanted a whitelist spot, and we didn't want people to miss out. We wanted to give everyone an opportunity to be able to get a private sale whitelist and not feel like they missed out. So we had to increase the amount we gave in private sale compared to what we were planning. And also, given the increase in supply, we had to increase the supply in the liquidity pool as well. And the reason why is we wanted to protect your investment. The more we distributed out towards holders just in pre-sale, private sale, in that kind of token distribution outside of the liquidity pool, the greater chance there was that your price could drop below the value of pre-sale because of that way that the tokens were distributed, and also run out of liquidity. And that's not something that we wanted to do in the liquidity pool. So as a result of that, we've changed the token distribution around and had to reduce the burn to account for that and to protect your investment and to give you guys a chance to get in. So that is why the burn figure is slightly different. We will amend the white paper, but that is why the burn is different than what you would have seen in the white paper. So that's the backstory towards it. So we're going to go on to now regarding the figures for the private sale and the pre-sale. So like we said, it was 700 per BNB. It's a 2 BNB max buy at private sale. So that's 1.4 trillion tokens. And there's no tax. The whitelisted pre-sale will be 500 billion tokens per BNB, 2 BNB max, and again, no tax. And at launch, it will be 400 billion per BNB, but there will be tax at launch. That is, at launch is when the tax first comes in, okay? So the private sale whitelist, okay? There are now, let me check to make sure I've got this right for you. Bear with me a second. I don't want to give you the wrong information, so I'm just going to double check to make sure I've got all of this right for you. So, where are the notes? They are. Right, okay. So we've had one more private sale being taken by the game, okay? So that one slot is now gone. That has now left us with three more private sale slots, 4 more private sale slots, apologies, 4 more private sale slots for people to get involved in the upcoming contests, okay? I just wanted to double check that before I said that to you to make sure it was all accurate. So yes, 4 more private sale slots to get involved in. Sorry?
Who's the winner of the game in the end? I didn't actually know. Who's the winner of the game?
Winner is...
I got I was so badly. I came 90th. I went, you know what? This isn't for me, this one.
Yeah, I tried and I got to about 120, and that was like the max I got to, and I was like, you know what? No, it's not for me either. It's definitely not. So we've got the top one is, according to our screenshot, is Niz Dam. And then the following 3 is Pramod, Silent Soul, and Moon Ready Mantras. Now we will post this up. We will need to make some confirmations and check some things, but we will post all of this up in the actual chat as well. This is just from the screenshot taken of the leaderboard from 1 minute before the AMA, and it hadn't changed by the AMA, so it was all,
that was
as
the
it was.
The final list.
So,
no one snuck in there at the end, last 10 seconds. I want it.
Yeah, no, that's it. The last 10 seconds, it didn't change, so we're okay. We're okay. So there's 4 left to win in the following contest, and we'll go into that in a moment. And for the pre-sale whitelist, it's 600 BNB hard cap with 600 whitelisted wallets with a 2 BNB max. Now, 200 have already been allocated. 3 have now also gone after this game. So again, in a second, when we start talking about the competitions, we'll talk about how much there is chance to win in each competition, and then sort of we'll wrap all that up. But I'll pass it on to Jono now to talk more about the competitions we have coming up and the ways to win the following whitelists.
I mean, the stuff we've done as well. I mean, first of all, I just want to thank everyone for the 500 members challenge. I know that we had to do that as a collective. I know we had the first 200, they got their spots, but just the fact that everyone's pushed to get the 500, we do appreciate all the efforts you guys have made, because it was what, the first weekend was like 8 people, and then a weekend later it's like 500 people, and I think we thought that growth would be like a month, didn't we? Like we thought that would be just triple in.
We thought it would be like sort of 10 members, then 15, and then 10, and then 5. And then we slowly, we were ready to be happy with 50 by the end of the week. Kind of growth is what we were anticipating, with no marketing. And,
so big thank. There's a round of applause button here there's like a little cue key. I'd do that right now because we do appreciate the stuff you guys have done. So we appreciate the community and everything. We had the game, of course. That was a nice little competition. I actually thought it was amazing, that idea. So whoever brought that in, like, thank you, because I want to see more of that, because I thought it was just fun for all of us to sort of let our hair down a little bit in the group as well. So the next ones we've got is the promotion for it's best promotion of integrity, of the integrity coin. So it's going on YouTube, the most YouTube, Twitter followers. Or is it people coming into the group as well? Like if people bring the most people in?
Yeah, so basically it's how people are promoting us outside and external channels. So, like YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, big Telegram groups, that kind of thing. Sort of how people are promoting it to that.
Yeah. So it's like interactions, comments, retweets, shares. We know that there's different platforms. Some people are going to have more followers stronger on than others, but we want a collective. And what we're going to do is after this, we will tell people how they can show us and prove this to us as well. So it's best promotion. That's what this competition is called. The people who are doing the best to promote integrity across different social media platforms.
And to add to that, it's not just about having a huge social media following. We're not limiting this one to someone who's got a huge YouTube channel or a huge Twitter profile or anything like that. I mean, that's all parts of it. But if someone goes above and beyond, out of their way, and does something absolutely crazy and unheard of to promote it, and and they're showing genuine a genuine attempt and try to do something out of the box to promote us, that also counts for something. So it's not just about having huge a huge sort of promotional channel, and it's not just about it's not just going to go to the person with the highest channel. It's about the interactions on that video, the likes, the comments, the shares, how many of the community has it actually reached, rather than someone's got 2.5 million following and there's been like 5 likes and 1 retweet. Exactly. It's like that's not necessarily going to ensure you're going to get that whitelist spot. So that's something to look out for.
It's kind of like almost recognizing the hard work as well. This one, best promotion. I think it's kind of that's why it gives it a fair level playing field, because like you said, not the biggest and best necessarily wins. So the next one is for you guys that are sort of a little bit creative. I quite like this one as well. So this one is best marketing promotional material. So this is something where I would be awful at. I'm good at getting people in, making sort of ads up. But for those guys that actually can create that material, I think this is going to be really interesting, because I've already seen some of you guys make some great stuff in the group. It literally pops up and I'm there like asking questions like, who made this? Like, it's really good. It already says integrity on it. Obviously, to some people, that might be something quite straightforward. But that's why we want you guys that find it straightforward, you guys to come forward and actually help us with this material, because that was impressive on its own. I want to see what it's like when you guys are competing for something, because this is great. There's so many creative minds in here. So you guys that want to kind of go down that scope would really appreciate making some marketing material. I'm just reading my notes now to actually go into it as well. So it can be, here we go. We split it into 2, didn't we? So it's going to be video and still. So we'd love to see some video promo. someone to make something. It can be something creative, just something. It can be something amazing. It could be something informative. Just whatever it is that comes to your mind. If you can put something together, that'll be amazing. And then the best still, so like a picture or something that's made that, like the materials we've had already in the group as well. Something along those lines.
So to add to that, guys, if you give your material to us, you are allowing us. This is a disclaimer that's recorded now on video.
Oh, yeah.
You're allowing us to use your promotional material on any social media sites or otherwise for free of charge, with no money is due to you. Okay, we have to make that clear.
I was just reading that part now. It's like, wait a minute. I'm gonna realize.
Just, that's something that we have to put out there. Not financial advice is another one. These kind of two things we need to hit on the head, because obviously, we will potentially be using your material to market integrity. So this challenge isn't just giving you guys an opportunity to be able to win a whitelist spot. You guys are also giving integrity more promo. You're giving us more material to share out. You're growing the investment as well. So I mean, it goes hand in hand. It's a win-win situation. But we will be. Sorry.
Yeah. Stays on the kind of community aspect as well of things, all doing sharing and doing things for each other. So I like it.
Yeah, exactly. It's how we've grown so far. It's how we're continuing to grow so nicely. It's all community. We're all doing it together. Me and Jono by ourselves will do nothing. Me, Jono on the mods by ourselves, and admins will do a little bit more, but still not everything. But I mean, like a community of people that get together, that chill together, that share the project, that support the project. That's what makes the project, flourish. That's how 90 becomes 500, 500 becomes 1,000, 1,000 becomes 10,000. It's because of the community. Obviously we as a team do our best to aid the process and to get our utilities right and to do all of that. But even the best project with the best utilities and the best admins without a community, it falls flat on its face and it means nothing. So you guys are providing us with everything, and equally we'll do our best to provide you with everything that we can do. The support that we can give you in the in the channel, with answering your questions and and things like that. We'll do the best we can for you. But that disclaimer is out there that we may use your material, and you are giving us permission to use that material on any platform we see fit.
It's weird having to say it, but we do just appreciate it. But we have to say these things anyway. It's one of those. But yeah, no, well said, Hami. With the competition, the winners, so that you get one gets private, and then is it the next 5 goes to pre-sale. So one person gets in on the private sale, the next 5 will get a spot on pre-sale, and that's for the video. And the still will be the same again, so separate to the video. One on private will win a private spot, and the other 5 on pre-sale. And what's the next one? Okay, so the next one is the most active people in the in Telegram group, because we understand the one before was there's got to be a creative flair you probably need to have, or at least have something behind you. Like I wouldn't win that last competition. I'll tell you that now, because some of you guys have already smashed me out of the water with what you guys can do. But this next one is really good because again, like the first one, it rewards that sort of hard work, and this one's more about it records everyone's activity. So this is sort of like your input. So if you're answering loads of people's questions, the input you've got in the group, how active you are. You can't just put 1, 2, 1, 2 and put like the odd number or anything in there. Just like
flood the chat with gifts, flood the chat with like coin dog style gifts and things like that. Just
that's what I do. You just do the same 3 gifts pop up all the time, so I don't really use any more than that, or just a picture of my mug. So yeah, that's it. Active. Definitely have to get more promo stuff. So yeah, with for that one, for the most, so it's all organic, real comments. The activities can be recorded and noted. We'll make sure the mods are working on that as well. Most active will get 1 private sale spot, and then the following 5 will get on pre-sale as well. So we're not just going to make this one person wins all. We're going to have the following 5 on pre-sale.
To add to that, I mean, we will have a bot added into the chat that monitors all users' sort of words and characters they put, but to also stop any abuse of that, to that is then people putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as separate messages. We will have all the admins and all the mods looking out at the chat, seeing the kind of interaction individuals are having, and if they see anyone kind of abusing the system in that way, they may get a warning. But if it continues, then that name will be recorded and kind of potentially struck off. I mean, whoever wins at the top, the admins and mods they'll know. They're here every day. They interact with you guys regularly. They know what's what. They know what everyone's doing. So for the people concerned about how will we verify the people who are most active and they're doing it in the right way, that's how we're going to do it. So there'll be the bot that will do the statistics, and then the verification will be the admins and the mods, and me and Jono, who are in the chat. We're there. We're viewing what everyone's doing. We are watching. We're always watching. We may not always be replying. We may not always be replying because we are busy in the background getting everything else ready for you guys for launch. But we are always here, and we are always sort of trying to get engaged whenever we can with you guys. So that's how we would verify it.
Yeah. I'm going to find my spot is. We're near towards the end here now. That's the last of the competitions for those type of competitions. The rest we'll be doing is a traditional competition that you're used to seeing. So, Hamid, please correct me if I'm wrong here, because I know we've been discussing the main ones first because they had a bit more to them. This one being traditional one. Is it like the sweep widget type of thing?
Yeah. It's the standard you used to see it. Join the Telegram, join the Twitter, share a post. The standard kind of competition you're used to seeing in Whitelist now. It'll be a very similar vibe to it.
Spots. So we want to make sure that yes, not everyone will get involved in this, but for those of you who just want to enter in a competition, we appreciate that you might have time in doing these other things or whatever reason it is. At least there's another way to get in, and it's nice. I think it's good to have this as well because that makes it again another fair competition. So it's going to be literally just like a traditional one, but we just want people to share with other groups on their social media handles and everything, and then you get a spot in the competition.
And that's it. That's it. That's it. I mean, you may have noticed, guys, that we're trying to keep it as fair as possible.
Yeah.
We're not making private sale that someone at private sale can buy 5 BNB at a crazy disparity in price between pre-sale and launch, because we don't want to create mega whales that can, even though we've got these anti-whale features in the contract to sort of prevent any dumping, we want distribution of wealth to be as fair as possible. Which is why we've got the slight difference between coins, but not massive, and the maximum buy being so little is to sort of reduce that disparity that you'll see. And we're trying to spread the whitelists out as evenly as we can between everyone and as fair as we can. So, I mean, that's kind of where we're standing with everything. So just to sort of clarify again, because there's a lot of information we said there. There's best promotion, which is 1 private sale and 5 whitelists. There's best video marketing material, which is 1 private sale and 5 pre-sale. Best still marketing promotional material, which is 1 private sale and 5 pre-sale. Then there's the most active, which is 1 private sale and 5 pre-sale. And then the sweepstakes. That's just to quickly go through all of that to sort of to do that. So, right. The other thing also, is if you already have a whitelist, people might say that if I've got a whitelist, what's the point of me getting involved? And that's understandable. Now, if you get first spot and you already have a normal whitelist, then you can upgrade that whitelist to a private sale. And then your whitelist that you had will get passed on. Right. So, for example, if we're in the competition and number 1 already has a whitelist, and the next 3 were pre-sale whitelists, what will happen is number 1 will get the private start, and then number 5, which was just missed out, will get your whitelist in that competition. So we're not gonna, we're gonna make sure that we keep it as fair as possible, but your whitelist will get passed on and you'll be able to upgrade. So there's still an opportunity for you to get involved. Obviously, if you get 2nd or 3rd or 4th and you get the normal whitelist and you already had the normal whitelist, you won't get double allocation. It will get passed on to someone who's sort of just below you in that same challenge. So that's just something that we want to be out there in the open. So, people are aware of that before they get into the competitions. Jonah, do you want to talk about when each of these challenges are starting and the dates that's coming up?
Yeah. So the first one will actually be running. It'll be running straight after this, won't it?
Yeah.
The first one straight away. We're going just hitting the ground running. So that is. Which competition was that one again? It's best promotion.
The promotion. There's actually two that's running straight after. There's promotion and most active. That's running straight after.
Is that best promotion and most active?
Yes.
Straight away. Sunday. I've realized I've just kind of like now reading the information.
So basically, run
till the 2nd of March. Is that right?
Yeah. So the promotion will start now. The promotion one will start from today, and it will run until Sunday, the 20th of Feb. So that is this Sunday coming. Okay, so you guys have got a bit of time to stop shilling those posts out and to get those promotions out. And it's going to end at 11:59 UTC, which is also UK time. So when you make the video or the post that you wish to share, when you've done it and you've done whatever you've done, you have to please send an admin. So when we do the announcements per challenge, we will put an announcement out. For the first ones, we'll set the first announcements out at the end of the AMA. We'll write out sort of within half an hour, you'll get that announcement pinged and pinned on the channel. So all the information about these contests starting from today, you will have, and then when we get towards the next contest, the next one will be pinned, etc. So you do your promotion, if it's a YouTube video or a Twitter post or anything like that. When you've done it, you DM the admin that's been allocated. Okay, and you send them a link to everything that you've done. Like if you've set a Twitter post out, you link that. If you've gone out and done something crazy, like you've gone out and you've dressed up in something related to integrity with loads of integrity flyers and like a QR code on the back of a cape, and you're running around sort of handing things out, record it, send the video submission to our team or upload it to Twitter, and then send the link towards what you've done, or load it to YouTube and send the link towards what you've done. Get it out there, get it on a platform and send it to us. And then we will, as a team, look through all the submissions. We'll look through sort of the reach, the impressions. We'll look through the effort that's gone into it. And then we'll make a decision regarding that. And again, that will go until this Sunday. And then the winners will be announced afterwards. Guys, I know you guys really want to find out who's won really soon, and the mods have been getting messages that mad about the first 200, and some people say they received a message, some people they haven't. Some things takes a bit of time. The process, we're trying to make sure we get it right, we don't miss anyone, we don't make any mistakes. So it's taking a little bit of time to make sure we get it right for you, but we will announce the winners. Okay, so please don't fret, the winners will be announced. Okay. And the most active, like we said, is based off substance and activity. And this will it will start from after the AMA, but this one will run until Wednesday, the 2nd of March. Okay. So it's not who's most active on a weekend or on a Saturday or anything like that. This is a long time. Yeah. It's a long time to be able to see who's actually active on a regular basis. So that is the two that's starting after AMA, which will be on an announcement board. And then, Jono, what's happening on the 21st of Feb?
21st of Feb is the best marketing promotional material contest. So any submission before this date will be excluded. So please wait until Monday. This will run until Wednesday, the 2nd of March.
This is the still and video one. I'm excited about this one. I think this one's going to be insane because I love what people can do, and I know some of them are probably going to be silly, but even silly is good as well if it's creative. Yeah, so we'll accept everything. We'll accept everything.
Yeah. I swear a minute ago you said something about a QR code on the back of a cake, so I can imagine people doing something like that now.
You know what? And the thing is, we're not just rewarding people who have got loads of followers. You know, we want real people who really are just going out of their way to do the best they can, and that also has to have merit, right? Effort has merit. It's not just what you do; it's the vein in which you do it. And you know, we want that. We want everyone to have an opportunity and not feel like, oh, I can't win the promotion one because I don't have a YouTube following. Well, it doesn't mean you can't do something.
But if you can bake a cake and you can make integrity into a cake, And then
There you go. You see, and then you bake a cake, and then you go to a huge event somewhere, and you leave the cake there with a little stand about what integrity is and how to. That takes effort. That
If you've
takes
got cupcakes, can you just put tags on each one?
exactly
So
integrity things, and at the bottom there's a little piece of paper talking about what we are. That all takes effort. It all takes time. That's everything that's going to get rewarded.
The ideas we've had as well. I said about the chips with saying tags on them.
So yeah, guys, that'll be from Monday the 21st of Feb, and that will run until the 2nd of March as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
then the
it's
next
just
one
a week and a half.
the sweep widget style competition. So the normal one that will start on Wednesday, the 23rd of Feb, and run until Wednesday, the 2nd of March. So we'll get more details on that one of how to complete everything to get your spots on that competition.
Yeah, like I said, everything before it gets close to that time will be sent in an announcement and pinned, a day or 2 days before. Enough time, if people are busy on a day, they're not going to miss the opportunity to get in. They're all running for a decent length of time to give people the chance. They're all going to be announced before. We've told you all now with plenty of time so that you can start getting yourselves ready for whatever contest you want to get in. But they'll also be, pinned and announced a day or two before the competition actually starts to remind people, or if people haven't had a chance to get into this AMA and listen and hear all the dates, they will be there. So, Jono, these next two bits are probably what everyone is now going to be dying to ask. So please do the honors and share.
Leave it till last. That's the best way to do it, because those people actually trying to hang on for this stuff is like, come on, these guys keep on talking. Go get there. So it's about the pre-sale and the launch. So pre-sale will be on Saturday, the 5th of March. The time is to be confirmed. And then we thought we'd have a launch on the next day. That just allows to give us time to be able to do all this properly, because we want to have a proper launch, not just it's going to be within 20 minutes to an hour. We're not sure. And then everyone's surprised the chart starts moving, because how many times have people seen that? So on the Sunday, 6th of March, again, time to be confirmed. We have the official launch. It's insane.
That's it.
It's insane.
We're out there.
I can't believe it's here. I can't believe
the journey starts. Can you believe, John? It's only 2.5 weeks away. 2.5 weeks.
No.
Is when it's gonna launch. I know people also, other questions people may ask are, how are we gonna be doing it? Private sale, people will be contacted individually regarding how to get into that. The pre-sale, we are not using Pink Sale or anything like that. And let me give you the reason why we're not using Pink Sale. We're not using Pink Sale because first of all, their reputation now precedes them as pulling a lot of tokens out of projects. And the reason why is, when you use Pink Sale, not only do they collect the 1 or 2 BNB fee to list, they collect 2% of every BNB raised and 2% of all the tokens sold, right? And so, first of all, we didn't want to waste your guys' money. You guys are paying. We want your money to go into your project for either liquidity or through marketing or whatever we're going to use it for. We don't want to give it to an IDO or a platform and then for them to start pulling coins away and taking a profit away and ruining the project for you. So that was out of the question. Most of the ideas we looked at, they had the issue of they were prioritizing their stakers, and we didn't want to prioritize their stakers. We wanted to prioritize integrity community. We wanted you guys to get the first chance to get it and the only chance to get it, not people who are holding coins in this platform or that platform. So we went out of our way and we've developed our own pre-sale page for you guys. It will be a very simple swap style thing that you're used to seeing. It'll be like using Pancake Swap. You connect your wallet, you put in your BNB, you click transfer, and the deed is done. Okay, that's it. It's as simple as that. And it will be all programmed to calculate how much BNB you need, and only whitelisted wallets that will be coded into that contract will be allowed, and the maximum will be 2 BNB per wallet. So it's all going to be there. It's all going to be sound. It's all going to be ready for you. But it was the best use of your funds. That's why we've decided to do our own platform to do that. So I thought I'd explain that, because we've also had millions of questions saying, are you using Pink Sale? And then we've had some people trying to be helpful, but incorrectly saying, yes, they'll be using Pink Sale. So we thought, now we've got all of you guys in the name there. Sorry?
There's a pre-sale, not on Pink Sale, because I know a lot of things go together and I can understand the confusion. So
Sorry,
Exactly.
excuse me, guys.
Oh,
Could you just repeat that?
Yeah, sure. So we are not using Pink Sale. We have our own pre-sale page that's being coded that allows you to connect a wallet similar to what you'd expect from something like Pancake Swap and do the swap. It will be coded for, it only can be used for integrity, and it'll be coded for the pre-sale with only the whitelisted wallets allowing to actually engage with it. So everything will be coded in, but it will be our own platform.
Okay, on the integrity website.
Yeah, so we'll say we will provide the link to those individuals who got into the allocated pre-sale page.
All right, thank you.
So,
thanks for the question.
oh yeah,
Thanks.
we might as well. With that, we'll go into the questions. So CJ and Brew have been taking your guys' questions that you've been putting in the chat. So Brew or CJ, do you guys want to start with the first question?
Yes. I know Brew texted me. She needed to do something else, but we've been keeping notes. First of all, guys, I'm seeing in the community chat that this is going fantastic. People, loads of praise. I'm just quoting a few. Harmeet and Jono, best duo, transparent top guys, excellent team, best CEO ever.
Oh, thank
All
you
the
very
time.
much.
Yes,
you-
whatever.
you'll
I'll
have to
already
go
clicked
back
that one.
to-
I'm recording this.
Yes.
Just
they are
one person was a little bit upset that or surprised that Jono isn't Indian actually, but
We can make him
Oh,
Indian.
sorry.
That's not an issue. We can work on that. We can work on that.
Can I borrow some of that beard? It's funny
Oh,
around.
you ain't getting, well, there's plenty here to go on, so by all means, I can share some.
hey, Brew is still here. Brew, hello.
Guys, just a couple of seconds here. This is an amazing community, amazing people. Everyone just fantastic and very open. I have to leave. I have to deal with a couple of things. It's with CJ. All the questions, okay? Take
Yeah,
care,
thank
guys.
you. Thank you,
That's
Drew.
fine. No, thank you, Brew. Thank you. Right. On that note, CJ, do you want to kick us off with the first question?
Yes, let's just. I see 42 now. We're on 70, so let's give a little bit. I don't think there's. Well, don't forget to record this one as well. Then I think. I don't know who should do that.
Yeah.
Mine continuously records, so we've even got the nice little cut off. Everyone in the
We've got
chat.
a little cut off. There you
Right. So that's kind of the first question, as in a lot of numbers, a lot of reveals. Where can we find the community, the information that was disclosed, apart from this recording, of course, but can we get it somewhere in writing? Or you mentioned that the white paper will be amended just a little bit, but all the other information, where can we find it?
So we can update the website with the token distribution now that we've reworked it. So that information you should be able to find there at some point. We'll get that updated. We'll let you know when it's updated. Regarding all the announcements for all the pre-sale related stuff that we've just mentioned, as the competitions are starting, that particular competition's details will be announced and will be pinned on the channel. So anything regarding how you submit it, what it involves, what we'll be looking for, and how many sort of like pre-sale spaces, etc., is in there will be in each announcement, and who to report to, who to send your links to, etc. It'll all be in each announcement before it starts, maybe by a day or two before, even on the day. But at some point, there will be an announcement before the competition to let everyone know with that information. And this will be recorded. Jono, where will this AMA be available?
We're going to put the AMA on. We've actually just created our own YouTube channel. So anyone who's watching right now, please subscribe. We're literally called Integrity. Now, we will put the link in Telegram because it's a new channel. And when they're new, the name doesn't always pop up so easily when you pop it on the search engine. But we'll be uploading the video on our own channel, which is great. It's so cool to have our own channel. And there's going to be lots of our own material on there about the coin and things that we're doing, projects we'll be working on. But every AMA is going to be uploaded. So anyone who's missed any of these or want to go over the information again, or just want to see our lovely faces one more time, you can head to the YouTube channel and watch it again there.
Cool. Very clear. So I think I have 4 or 5 more questions here. I think some of the things have been what you've been discussing already, but I hope you don't mind then that on behalf
by
of
all
the people
means,
I'm
ask away.
asking again, we can try to be as clear as possible. So, Mohammed Faisal asked 2 questions, actually, maybe 3 even. First of all, what will be the total token supply? Second, will there be burning before launch?
So yeah, so the total supply is 1 quadrillion, which is what's been minted and what's been created. There will be a burn of 125 trillion before launch. So that supply will be burnt before it goes live on PancakeSwap to trade.
So no active burning, right?
There will be active burning over time as well, but that will be monitored. It's not automatic, it's manual. We will sort of, as part of the tax, there's 1% that goes towards that buyback and burn, but it won't be activated on a frequent basis, sort of telling you guys the schedule every week. We'll burn this much. We'll monitor the situation. When we feel as though the token supply needs to be burnt, we'll burn it, and that will be monitored. So there will be burning over time as well. The total supply will reduce over time, but the initial burn prior to us actually being tradable on PancakeSwap will be 125 trillion.
Excellent. Mohammed also asked, will there be an audit, and if so, by who?
The audit will be done. We're in extensive testing of the contract just to make sure every feature works. We don't want a situation where we launch and none of the anti-whale features are working, none of the locks are working. You know, that would just be a nightmare. So we're in extensive testing to make sure it works in every situation. At that point, then it will be audited by Solidity Finance. And also, I will add to this point, because no doubt people will ask about KYC. We will also be KYCing, and we will be KYCing with, let me just confirm the name of you, KYC Capital. So they will be the people that we will be KYCing with, who work in partnership with Solidity Finance. So that will be the answer to that.
You're answering questions that haven't been asked, mate.
Well, I know the questions that are going to come. You know, it's just you see it in the chat. You know that's going to be the next one logically that people are going to ask. So I thought I'll jump the gun a little bit and just pop that in there now so that it answers it.
Okay, next one. Ellen asks, are you going to have whitelist spots? Are you going to have more whitelist spots than available BNB?
So the whitelist spots for, I'm guessing she means the pre-sale whitelist, it'll be 600 BNB and 600 wallets. So there'll be equal number of wallets to BNB, but the max buy will be to BNB. So it's not guaranteed that all 600 people will be able to buy. There's a chance that maybe only 300 be able to buy, but we're not overloading the wallets compared to BNB. Neither are we overloading the BNB compared to wallets. It's 600 to 600 with a 2 BNB buy.
Yeah, we don't know like if people are going to max it out or if people are going to go for half a BNB. You know, everyone has different backgrounds, different circumstances, earn different amounts of money. So we're just trying to make it as fair as we can, and just thought let's just do a one for one, and then that way you've not got either too many people fighting for a too small a supply, or, you know, I don't know. We just wanted to make sure that we weren't overdoing it, and there'll be too many people who'll be disappointed then. So we're trying to make it as fair as we could by having 1 for 1. We thought that was the best decision. But we're always open to suggesting with other people. If other people have different opinions, of course we can then have discussions. But that's what we've decided on, and we thought that was a good move.
Yes, if you see sometimes that this won't be sold out in like 5 seconds. That's what you sometimes see, and people just don't have a chance. But like you say, you have 600 people, 600 BNB. That's a lot more fair than any I've seen anyway. So that's my honest take on it.
Not overdoing it.
Kamal is a little bit worried. It has to do with the first 200 guys. Apparently, Kamal is part of the 200 guys, but he hasn't received a message yet. Kindly advise.
Okay. So the messages are going out, guys. Like I was saying, it takes a bit of time to get through the whole list. People are worried that they, have they been caught in the first 200? Have we recorded it? Now, we had few different people on the chat at the same time, where the moment it hit that threshold, we each had our own method of recording it. So we've got facts to cross-check amongst each other to make sure no one gets missed, from videos to screenshots, okay? So we took all the stops possible to make sure that people didn't get missed. If you haven't received a message yet, we have not finished going through the whole list, okay? So please just give us a little bit of time. We need to make sure we get it right for you. We will message in the main chat when all the people who are on that list have been contacted. If at that point you haven't been contacted, it could have been possibly because of your security settings, or it could have been that you actually weren't in the 214. If there is a chance that we missed you, okay, we will post the list up, something regarding that list, at least some material that you can view to see what we looked at. And you will be able to then look through that. And if you see your name on there and you haven't been contacted and we have genuinely missed you, we will apologize and we will rectify the situation, okay? But it's taking us time to make sure we get through the list properly. So please just give us a little bit more time just to get through that.
Excellent. Thank you, Harmeet. That's kind of all the question I've written down. I might have missed some. If in that case, I apologize, but I think that were the most concerns. But I think we can open up the floor, can't we? As in, people can unmute themselves and ask anything, like Danny Dobson is doing now.
Yeah, we'll take a couple of. We can take a couple of questions from live, and then if there's any other questions after that, just message in the chat or DM any of the mods and admins, and they'll do their best to help you. And if they need any further information, they can always contact us as well themselves, and we'll pass on that information. We're more than happy and willing to answer any questions you have. We can understand that a few of you may have quite a few, but unfortunately, we won't be able to get through all of them, as you can imagine, on this one call.
Because we want to announce things. We want you guys to see our faces, so we'll do some couple of questions, and then there'll be other AMAs we'll have as well, and there might be even drop-in calls that I have to do one of the days.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
All right, sorry, I'm driving, but I'm listening. I missed the first AMA before it crashed, so I don't know if this was X. But if I was contacted for a whitelist, I did not give a wallet address or anything. How will my spot be secured, and how will I buy? Like, where are you guys going to be launching? Because I saw that it's not going to be with PinkCell.
Yeah. So that's a good question. I'm sure quite a few people have the same question. Now, we've sent out a generic message. I'm not going to say what the content of that message is or who it's come from in this chat, because I don't want people to be creating fake profiles of that and sending that same message out to try and imitate what we're doing. Okay, it's a security reason why we've done it in the first place. But we have sent out a generic message, all right? When we've contacted everybody, we will put a message out into the main chat to say, we have contacted everyone. That individual who contacted you, okay, we will ask you to contact them, but not replying to the DM. Okay, that's a very important thing, guys. I want you guys to note for security reasons for you guys, so you know that your DM was legitimate, okay? Find the person on our group, the mod on our group, okay? DM them from clicking on their profile and clicking the message. Now, that will answer two things. First of all, we can verify it's not someone imitating you trying to contact us, because we sent the initial message. It will pop up there in the chat. When you reply, we'll know that it's the same person we contacted. And that will verify that you are indeed messaging us, because you have found us from the chat and you're not replying to a random DM. We don't want anyone to scam you under our name. We don't want anyone to do anything like that, okay? So that's part of the reason why it's quite a lengthy process, is we're trying to do it as safe and secure for you, so that we know that we have given it to the right person and not an imposter, and you know that you are giving your things to the right person, not an imposter. And when you contact that individual back, we'll then collect any information that we need from you. And regarding where you're going to be able to do it from, we have created our own pre-sale style swap page. Okay, details of this will follow, but those people who have been whitelisted, we will contact them with the information regarding where they can engage in that pre-sale, and it will be the whitelisted wallets are the only ones that can connect, and it will be coded the maximum BNB by, etc. But it will be similar to what you're used to seeing on like Pancake Swap. It's a very, very similar kind of layout, very similar design, but that's how it will work.
Cheers for the question, Ram.
Evening, bosses.
Hello, Danny.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Just got one question. I've been DM'd. How does buyback work, and will we be notified?
So the buyback, the tax will be taken from the contract and sent to a wallet. Okay. And when we decide to burn it, we will burn it if we decide to burn it. Otherwise, it will be held in that wallet. We will not give pre-announcement of, oh yeah, we're going to burn this many tokens by, you know, at this time and this date, so people can't manipulate it and pick when they buy or they sell around when that burn's going to happen. So we won't be announcing it per se, but when the burn has happened, you'll have the address to the burn wallet on BSC Scan. Everyone can, when the coin's launched, we'll give you a list of the addresses for the sort of pertinent wallets you may want to keep an eye on, and you'll be able to see that value has indeed gone up. But we won't be announcing it beforehand, but we will announce it sort of periodically afterwards.
Amazing, thanks.
You're welcome. I think we'll answer one more question. So CJ, have you got any more questions? Or anyone else got any more? We can answer one more, and then I think we'll have to leave it there.
Okay, I have a general question just to understand the project more. What differentiates you from other reflection projects? Like, what will make you guys outperform and stabilize?
Well, the things that really make us stand out, first of all, the utilities. If you haven't had a chance to, I'd recommend you reading the white paper. Our utilities are about crossing boundaries and crossing borders. You know, we're not looking to make the next NFT marketplace again, or the next this or the next that, things that everyone's doing. We're looking at trying to branch across borders and branch across different markets and sort of bring crypto and the relation with those different markets closer. And the things that will stabilize in terms of security are our anti-whale features that we have there. I mean, we have the higher taxes to prevent swing trading. We've got the 200 billion maximum sell transaction, followed by a 24-hour lock, so you can't buy or sell again. So for 24 hours, you know, you can't buy or sell another token after you sell any amount. So you have the protection there that, you know, people aren't going to try and manipulate the price, or people can't just go and dump 1 trillion tokens. So we've put features in place to try and stabilize and secure your investment. And the utilities that we're trying to do are things that, you know, haven't necessarily been done before, haven't really been hit before. So that's kind of the two things that I think will stand us out. Now, I mean, the white paper has far more information regarding those utilities. So I would recommend, if you haven't read them or anyone hasn't read them, please do read them. And any questions about them, more than happy to answer them. Just pop a message in the chat and the mods will try and help. Otherwise, we will as well. Now, bear in mind, we may not be able to answer every detail regarding them. We will, nearer to the times of, or whilst these are being released and nearer to the time of the actual utilities being released, be able to provide you with more information. But what we can provide you at this early stage, we will definitely do that.
Loving the activity in the group, by the way.
Thank you.
I've got it on my phone here.
Golden Hand, I know you have one question, so we'll take yours as the last one, and then we will have to end the chat.
Thanks, Amit. Okay, so I would like to know, I mean, why you want to keep it secret, the pre-launch time? Because we are from different time zone, right?
We haven't confirmed the time yet. We're not keeping the pre-launch time a secret. We just need to confirm the time nearer to the time and then let it out. Like we said, everyone's in different time zones, so we need to consider when would be the best time for everyone to be able to, you know, get involved. We don't want to do it at a time zone which works perfectly for UK, and then across, you know, the other side of the world, it's like 3:30 in the morning or 4 in the morning. Now, inevitably, there will be that little bit, unfortunately, with different time zones, and that is, we've suffered it ourselves before, John, haven't we? Where a pre-sale will be like 4 o'clock in the morning our time, and it's just a nightmare.
I missed it.
Yeah. Got you. Thanks.
So that's why it's not a secret. We're not going to like hide it until half an hour before and be like, guys, pre-sale in half an hour, bam, there you go. No, it's not a case of that. But we need to consider it properly bearing in mind all the time zones, and try and find a mutual sort of time that will kind of work best for most people.
I'm loving the messages in the group. Yeah, thanks for that question, by the way. Appreciate that, Golden.
Yeah, it's a very, very good question, guys. All the questions have been very good, and I'm sure a lot of people have had the same questions.
Yeah, but, loving the messages. Keep them coming. Loving it. It's just popping off in the group now. It's great. Great to see all.
On that note, guys, Jono, have you got any sort of finishing remarks you want to end on before we end this call?
Not really. I just want to say thank you for everyone here who's been watching, because we were actually a little bit nervous before this, and we both had the oh God, do we really want to get on the live right now? And all these feelings come through. And now that we've done it, it feels like it's flowing. You guys, I love your questions that you've asked. I mean, all the messages now in the group as well. Really appreciate all the support, and I feel really relaxed now. So thank you guys for putting up with us and putting up with our nerves as well, because I did feel it when I was looking at that piece of paper earlier on my phone, and I had to start. I looked at it and went, I can't read all of a sudden. So I just appreciate you guys just listening and being part of this group. I mean, you guys
I want to add to that, Tom. Thank you very much for that image in the chat. Valentine's may be over, but the bromance is real. No.
Yeah, the bromance is real. Big hug for Jono now.
Screenshot of me though, man. Come on, what am I doing there? What kind of screenshot of me did you choose? But
hey, someone screenshot this then. Or me and Hamid should be like, I'll be like this. Ah, there you go. Do you want to join me? Do you want to join me? You want to do a little heart?
Go on then. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that?
Is it even
other way? Other way. What are you doing, mate? You got to go this way. That's it.
Sorry.
Come right up to the edge. Right up to the edge. Right up to the edge of the video. No, okay. This ain't gonna work. This is a fail. This is an absolute fail. But yeah, we get the idea, right? That would have been a good. That would have been a good thumbnail, actually. That would have been a very good thumbnail for the AMA video. But on that note, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for being such an amazing community, for all the natural shitting you guys are doing, for all the help and support everyone's giving each other, for making the community feel like a family. It's exactly what we're going for. And we'll continue to, do right by you, and we're putting 100% of our effort forward. So if we do go a bit quiet, just know it's because we're working very hard in the background to make sure everything is perfect and everything goes according to plan.
Yes, and thank you for putting up with us for over an hour. I mean, we're surprised. We thought we'd be over in 5 minutes because of our nerves. So, yeah, thank you.
Yes. Right. Okay, guys. Thank you very much.
Nice one. Remember, we'll be loading this onto the YouTube channel. So, everyone, I'll put the link again. I'll put it many times in the